Howdy Hearthstoners, I'm Doc Awesome, and today we are gonna play some Dragon Priest. I call this deck the Tomb of the Dragon. It's a pretty powerful mid-range / control deck. It mostly plays as a mid-range deck because you ramp up into some medium threats and then you finish it off with big threats. But it's also capable of going the distance and playing the long game against a control deck. It's remarkably flexible for a priest deck. We have all the normal good priest cards like Power Word Shields, the North Shark Clerics to help us draw cards. We've got Shadow Words to get rid of some threats. We've got a Valen's Chosen to buff one of our minions and make it really tough to kill. We've got a Dark Cultist. We've got some Holy Nova and a Light Bomb to clear the board. We've also got 2 Entombs, which is a very powerful piece of removal. It lets you just take something awesome from your opponent off the board and put it in your deck. And we have 2 Cabal Shadow Priests because playing a 4/5 and stealing another minion for 6 mana is still a pretty good deal, even though they're not dragons. And then pretty much everything else in this deck are dragons. They have great synergy with each other, and a lot of them have very powerful battle cries. Which is why we've also included Bran Bronzebeard, since he doubles all of the battle cries, and all of the dragons pretty much have very powerful battle cries. Bran Bronzebeard can't help you win the game if he stays on the board longer than 1 turn. But now to the dragons. We have 2 Twilight Whelps. These basically substitute for Zombie Chow. It's a 2/3 for 1 if you have a dragon in your hand, and we will often have a dragon in our hand, so that's actually not a difficult condition to fulfill. We have 2 Shrinkmeisters. These aren't dragons, but these priest minions, they reduce the attack of an enemy minion. Well, they reduce the attack of any minion, but you normally use it to reduce the attack of an enemy minion so that you can then either Shadow Word Pain it or steal it with a Cabal Shadow Priest. Shrinkmeister and the Cabal Shadow Priest, very powerful combo. We've also got 2 Wormrest Agents. These become 2/4s with Taunt if you have a dragon in your hand. And these big health early taunts are key to slowing down just the flood of Zoo and aggro decks. The Wormrest Agents and then also the Twilight Guardians, these are our big early game taunts. This is supposed to slow down the early aggression so that we have time to play our bigger, scarier dragons. So yes, much like the Wormrest Agent, the Twilight Guardian gains 1 attack and taunt if you have another dragon in your hand. And an added bonus, the Twilight Guardian actually counts as a dragon itself, so you can use it to activate other things in your hand, even if you don't have another dragon to activate the Twilight Guardian. So we also have 2 Azure Drakes. Honestly, the Azure Drake is one of the best cards in the game, regardless of whether or not it's a dragon. A 4/4 that draws you a card and increases your spell damage. That's just an awesome card. The Azure Drake belongs in almost every deck, but more so into a dragon deck. We have 2 Blackwing Corruptors. A 5/4 for 5 is not ideal stats, but that battle cry, deal 3 damage, is clutch. That is what's going to help you eliminate some smaller stuff on the board, or possibly ping down a big threat so then you can kill it with a couple more small minions. And if we get to play a Blackwing Corruptor while Bran Bronzebeard is on the board, you get to play a 5/4 and deal 6 damage for 5 mana. That is a bargain. And then finally we get to the big dragons. We've got Chillmaw. For 7 mana, it's a 6/6 dragon with taunt. And the death rattle, if we're holding a dragon when Chillmaw dies, he will deal 3 damage to all minions on the board. That's all minions. So if you're going to play Chillmaw, make sure you can keep all of your minions above 3 health. Otherwise, he's going to wipe him out. But Chilmaw is an excellent board clear in addition to being a big dragon. If your opponent has just flooded the board with a ton of little stuff and you don't have a Holy Nova or a Light Bomb left in your hand, just throw down Chilmaw. He'll have to trade in a bunch of stuff to kill it, and then whatever's left after he does kill it will probably get wiped out by the Death Rattle. Super powerful card. But not quite as powerful as Ysera. Ysera is our big game-winning legendary dragon with 4 attack and 12 health. Ysera is very difficult to remove because nothing except Deathwing deals 12 damage. It's a 4 attack, so a priest can't Shadow Word Pain it. It's below 5 attack, so you can't Shadow Word Death it. The low attack also means it can't be like big game huntered or anything like that. Your opponent is probably going to have to spend a piece of premium removal to get rid of Ysera, and we have so many big threats with lots of health in this deck that by the time you draw Ysera, it's very likely your opponent will already have spent all of their big removal. And the cards that Ysera gives you at the end of each turn are ridiculously OP. Not only will she keep feeding more dragons into your hand, there's also a possibility that you will get spells like Nightmare that buff your minions to ridiculous size. You also get spells that let you bounce stuff back into your opponent's hand, or just deal 5 damage to everything. If your opponent lets Ysera live for more than 1 turn, it will be very difficult for them to win the game. So there you have it. Tomb of the Dragon. A very effective, very, very powerful Dragon Priest. Alright. Let's see what this priest can do.
Anduin versus
Looks like our
Jaina.
first opponent today is going to be a mage.
The light shall bring victory.
Mages can be pretty tough. They have a lot of big damage spells like Fireball that can easily handle a lot of our high health stuff. Let's see. We'll keep the Power Word Shield just because we have the Worm Rest Agent, and if we can buff that, it's going to be really difficult for him to come through without wasting a good spell on it. We'll toss it back to Cabal Shadow Priest. Really hope we get a dragon. Well, I would have preferred a cheaper dragon, but that will do. And Cabal Shadow Priest just can't wait. It's got to jump right back into our hand. It would have been nice to draw a 3-drop. Oh man. So it's a Mech Mage. And they played out a Mech Warper naked by itself. Well, I don't have any way to punish that right now, but hopefully I will draw one. I'm just really scared he's gonna play like 2 Annoyotrons and 2 Clockwork Gnomes or something like that right now. Oh man. Let's see, I could play the Twilight Whelp. That would give me another minion on the board. Or I could buff this guy for 2. So let's see, if I buff him up to 4, and then I heal him for 2 more, he'll be at 6. I tag this guy for 1. And yeah, he can just kill it with his board. So I guess it's not a worthwhile use of my time. So I think we're just gonna tap this guy, play the Whelp, this way he can't kill it with just one of his minions. He's going to have to waste another attack or a ping to get rid of it. And then hopefully he won't also be able to kill the Twilight Whelp. I really wish I had the coin because I would love to get this Cabal Shadow Priest out on turn 5. Since it looks like every card, I'm drawing all of the heavy cards right now. It's like I'm drawing my deck backwards. shame. Okay. Dark Cultist, that works. Let's draw a card first. Huh. That power word shield just replaced itself. Okay, we'll go ahead and kill the Annoyotron. That way, it looks like he'll have to cash in both of his minions if he wants to kill that. I'll go ahead and play the Dark Cultist too.
Job's done.
A 3/4 also challenges the board. That's kind of great. I mean, it's not perfect, but it did kill 2 of his things, and now I can play this Twilight Guardian, which, while it won't kill the Goblin Blast Mage, it will stop it from hitting my face. And I can use it to draw another card. Okay. This might actually be pretty good soon. If he's playing a higher end Mech Mage and he actually has like piloted Sky Golems or possibly Dr. Boom, this Entomb is going to get a lot of value. I don't know. Does he have a Fireball? Oh no, he just unstable. Oh, excellent. Now I can steal his Mana Worm. I am about to steal yo girl. Are the Mana Worms female? I don't know.
Let me change your mind.
I'll go ahead and kill that one. It sucks leaving the Guardian at only 1 health, but if he wastes 2 mana pinging it, so much the better. And if he wastes a Frostbolt killing his own minions, that's pretty good for us.
No.
Spent pretty much his whole turn just removing stuff and playing more garbage. So we're actually in pretty good shape. I guess we could play Chillmaw here, but I don't think this stuff is threatening enough to warrant it. Especially since we haven't seen a Fireball yet. And if he just Fireballs it and plays more mechs, we're gonna be fighting from a losing position. Let's see. I don't really want to steal any of those with another priest. So I think we're gonna play Brand Bronzebeard and then Elise Starseeker. They both challenge everything on his board, and with the Brand Elise combo, we'll get 2 maps to the Golden Monkey, which will increase our chances of possibly drawing the Golden Monkey. I hope. Although, to be honest, if we're against the Mech Mage, this game is probably not going to go long enough for the Golden Monkey to matter. Definitely gonna clear Brand. Smart move. Let's see. Alright, I think we're gonna use the Pain to kill the Spider Tank. As much as I don't like to, we're probably going to steal the Cold Light Oracle. Just because we need more bodies out on the board. We need big bodies that can challenge this Yeti.
Let me change your mind.
Very reluctant to play Chillmaw before I've seen a Fireball used. And yeah, Mech Mages do typically run Fireball just because it's a really great offensive spell as well. Yeah, there we go.
No.
Okay, great. That means he does not have another Fireball in his hand. Honestly, I don't think the Mech Mage runs things much bigger than this. Maybe there's a piloted Sky Golem. Okay, I think we're just gonna entomb that, because we can kill an Oiotron. If we entomb that, play the Twilight Whelp and the map, that'll use up all our mana. Actually, let's play the map first, see what card we draw. Another Twilight Guardian. Okay, that's still pretty good. Okay, yeah, we're gonna entomb the Yeti. Play the Whelp. Kill the Oiotron. We're in a pretty good spot now because she's only got one card versus our three, and all three of ours are big nasty dragons. Unless she has some kind of card draw engine, we are going to be able to just slowly bleed her out. That is not going to do much. Ouch.
You win this.
Oh wow. We didn't even have to fight the long game with this one. Well, I'm sorry y'all didn't get to see any of the big impressive dragons in that one. I guess we'll just have to play another game.
Anduin
Shaman.
versus Thrall.
So right now, this is most likely some form of aggro Shaman. That's just... That is the Shaman deck that has been tearing up the ladder lately. It's very powerful. I have an aggro Shaman myself that I really like to play. We are going to throw back everything except the agent. I hope we get a smaller dragon to activate him. That works. It is good that we got our taunts early on, because if this is aggro Shaman, it's gonna take everything we can do just to make sure this game lasts past turn 5. Well, if this Wormrest agent lives more than one turn, and we bless it with Valen's Chosen, that could win us the game. I'm tempted to coin it out right now. I don't really have another turn to play, though. I guess we wait.
I must consider.
If he plays a Totem Golem right now, that's gonna suck. Okay. Just a normal totem. We can deal with that.
Are you mocking me?
He could still kill that if he has like a rock biter weapon, but if he rock biters this, okay, he's just gonna choose a new hero power. So yeah, it's probably aggro Shaman. I don't know of any other reason to run Sir Finley in a Shaman deck. Hopefully he doesn't get the Hunter hero power. Although that one is annoying too. Definitely one of the better hero powers in the game. But fortunately, our Wormrest has lived long enough to get blessed, or chosen. The only question is, do I want a Power Word shielded too? No, I think we should spread the buffs around.
You think this is funny?
So now, unless he has a silence, this Wormrest agent is just going to be able to bully most of the other stuff he plays. Whoa! Okay, I was wrong. It's actually a Dragon Shaman, which I did not know people were actually playing. I could coin out a Corruptor, hit that for 3, finish it off with this. That leaves this at 1 health. But then if I draw another dragon next turn, I can replace it with the Twilight Guardian. Or I could just buff this thing up so that the Twilight Guardian still can't kill it. This is kind of dangerous, like putting all your eggs in one basket.
Quickly. This is funny.
But I think this gives us a better chance to maintain board supremacy. If he is playing with dragons, he might not have a silence in his deck. Although he's probably running Hex. Okay, so he's gonna draw some cards. Please don't have a Hex. Crackle. Roll low, please. 4. Okay. Alright, he had to waste a bunch of spells and overload himself to get that done. And now we can finish it off with the Blackwing Corruptor. So yeah. It's a shame we lost our chosen Wormrest agent, but we were able to clear off that Twilight Drake. And now he's got to play something that challenges the board. That's really not going to do it. Let's see. We can't steal him. I think we're just going to play Twilight Guardian. And I think we'll go ahead and kill this thing with his heal. It's a little dangerous to leave it at 3 health, especially if he has a Blackwing Corruptor of his own. No, he's just going to use a Fire Elemental. That old staple of the Shaman. Well, unfortunately for him, we have Shadow Word Death. The only question is, do I want to save that for something bigger? If this Fire Elemental hits the Twilight Guardian, then next turn I could finish it off with a Blackwing Corruptor. Yeah, I think we're going to save the death. Let's draw a card for Master Drake. Entomb. That might be worth entombing. Can't fit it in this turn, though.
Quickly.
And yeah, since we're not going to heal, I don't want to waste mana. We'll go ahead and play the
Mocking me?
He's probably not running Lightning Storm, right? Yeah, I don't really know what goes into a Dragon Shaman, but I don't think you could afford the double overload. Oh no, does he have it? No, he doesn't. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. Kill this guy. And actually, since we drew Entomb, I can use that if he plays like a Dr. Boom or a big nasty dragon. So I think we'll go ahead and death this to protect our Drake. It's odd, we have not had a turn where it would be extremely useful to use the coin yet. We're almost 10 mana. He's got his own Azure Drake and a Twilight Drake. Well, isn't that annoying? Ooh, that's useful. Let's go ahead and buff our Corruptor. Let's draw some cards.
Is someone injured?
Kill this Drake. Not a good idea. Spell damage on the board against a Shaman. Alright, we got Chill Maw. Yeah. So that'll protect both our guys. If the Twilight Drake hits that, one of these will be able to finish it off. Is there anything I could do with 2 extra mana? No. So yeah, even a Lightning Storm wouldn't really save him now. Although, maybe he runs Elemental Destruction? But if he does, that'll probably kill his own. Oh my gosh. He's got the Malagos. Well, I guess we're entombing that. Oh, we're not going to have to. Wow, folks. You just saw a 6 damage Earth Shock. That's crazy. I've never seen an Earth Shock do 6 damage. And it still couldn't save him. Between Dragon Priest and Dragon Shaman, Dragon Dragon Priest wins. Alright, we made some gold.